That's the one thing that I've really learned since being here with him and working with him in depthly is just the ability to teach, the ability to communicate, and just being your best when your best is needed, which is at every moment, but not letting the moments compound each other. So I've been really impressed, and I've really tried to add that to how I do my job.
You talked in the offseason about Brian Hightower just seeming different in the offseason. What has translated on the field, and why do you think he's having success?
I think it's just consistency. I think we're all having success because we're more consistent and we understand what the expectation is. And I think he understands what we expect of him, and he understands how to do it the best way he can to put himself in a good situation on Saturday. So I think he's just getting into a nice rhythm and understanding what he has to do to get himself right in terms of function in the offense and then go out and make the play. And he's, like I said, all these guys have always been able to do it. It's just a matter of putting all the pieces together and the time that you have to get it done. And he's maximizing, all his opportunities right now.
How much you guys got to buy into blocking for you guys? Like, how do you do that? How do you get guys?
It's a must. Coach B, we're going to run the ball. So that's the one thing. And I think the one thing I heard from another coach is that you show your love for your teammates how you play without the ball. So that's the one thing I've kind of stole this offseason is we got one of the best running backs in the country, and he doesn't come around every year. So you should take pride in blocking for him, right? Because his success is going to be our success, and the better we run the ball, then the more people they're going to put in the box, and it's going to open it up for the receiver. So we're just trying to be selfless and just enjoy blocking for one of the better running backs, if not the best running back in the country. So that drives us every day just to be that guy that makes a touchdown block for Chase.
Jordan, why do you think it has come together so quickly with Tommy and with Barry? It would seem like it was going to take time for that cohesion and that chemistry and that timing to come together, and it seems like it's been sped up for you guys just because of how you guys have played.
I think both of them have great experience. Like, you're coming in and Coach Lunny knows the system, he knows the ins and outs, and then Tommy's played a lot of football and he's worked with a lot of different players. So when you get guys in, and then I think the guys that are here are hungry for success. So it was just a perfect storm for everybody just to buy in, put egos down, and just go to work. And we're far from where we want to be, but we've gotten better from week to week. And I think it's just the chemistry that everybody's developing and the trust that everybody's developing and everybody doing their job and doing it the way that it needs to be done to be successful.
How has the transfer portal era, quote unquote, affected how you coach this position in the sense of everybody's bringing in a new quarterback, and I think it gets underplayed sometimes how chemistry can develop.
Yeah. I think chemistry is just buy-in. I think you got to want to have chemistry. I think you got to want to have buy-in. And I think when Tommy came in, no different than when Coach Lunny came in, they came in to make Illinois better, not for individual success. They came in to have success and make Illinois better, and they made those around them understand together we are better than individuals. And I think that's the biggest thing that Tommy's done, from just working with the receivers and the line and the running backs and being open with them. And the same thing with Coach Lunny with the staff and with the players. It just creates an openness that if everyone does their job, we're going to have success. It's not win. It's just we're going to have it as long as we all doing our job, and everybody's doing that right now.
Seems like a different guy kind of has a breakout game each game. So who else is in the pipeline that you're looking to have a breakout game?
I hope all of them have a breakout game. I just, I think football, you never know who's going to be that guy, and I think that's one of the better things of having depth is that you have quality guys that are hungry for success, and when their opportunity comes, it might be a block, it might be a catch. You never know what that opportunity is, and I think the way the offense is structured right now with everybody getting touches and everybody having opportunities, it just makes them hungrier, makes them more in tune to being detailed for when their opportunity comes.
Everybody who wrote about your position group this summer thought it was kind of a big question mark for the team.
Who did that? You did that?
But do you feel like Coach Lunny and his play calling is kind of pulling the maximum amount of effort from your guys?
It's never effort based. We're a young group, and like I said, anytime you have year 1 to year 2 with a group, you're going to get better. It's the same players that we had last year. They're just more comfortable. We're giving them opportunities to get the ball in space and do what they naturally do. And I think Coach Lunny's offense has been awesome to expose the athletes that we have. But those guys from the last game to now, they're out there working right now. So I think the success that they're having is just based off of the belief in Coach B and what we've been telling them in terms of hard work will pay off. And if you're ready for your opportunity and you take advantage of your opportunity, you'll get more.
How do Isaiah Williams in the slot and then Pat Bryant at the X receiver position out wide. How do those two complement each other?
They're good. You know, I mean, obviously there's the physical, but I think, you know, Pat is a vertical receiver that has done a good job making vertical catches, and Isaiah works underneath, and he can get vertical. So I think it just stretches the field, and then you put, you know, Tip and Luke and those guys at tight end, and now you have to play honest football, and then you have Chase. So I think the one thing that this year that we've been able to do is be balanced in terms of making the defense cover down every position group and play honest football, as opposed to trying to just stop Chase. You know, you can load the box and you're going to get exposed outside, or you can try to cover up the passes and then Chase is going to rip one down the middle. So I think now with the development of the skill guys, I think it just causes defense to be more cautious in terms of how they want to defend us, because they know they have to cover every zone of the field.
Does that open up more of the playbook for you, Nathan?
It just opens up more lanes. You know what I mean? The plays are the plays. It's what the kids can do. But I think when you have one-on-one with Pat or one-on-one with Isaiah, and then you got to take a six-man out of the box and let Chase run, I think it just lets our players play in space.